Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from skiessentials.com. Welcome to our 2025 ski test. Today we're talking about this Black Crow's Camox. Back again for another season, no structural changes to this ski, just new top sheet graphic. I think it looks great for 2025. I like that Black Crow's went a little darker with their graphics across the board. I think it gives them a very sleek look. And a lot of depth to them as well. But I don't really know why we're talking about graphics, because graphics don't matter that much. It's really the performance of the ski that matters, and the Camox is a lot of fun. It is a very well-rounded, relatively simplistic 97 underfoot twin tip. If you know anything about us here at Ski Essentials, a lot of us really like relatively simple twin tips in this width. There's just so much you can do on them. Pretty fair to say that they're not the best in any singular category. This ski is not the best carver, it's not the best in the park, it's not the best in the trees, but if you're looking for a truly well-rounded ski in a twin tip shape, I think the Camox is an excellent choice. And every time I ski it, I'm just kind of reminded how quietly good it is. You know, it's just a lot of fun to ski. Pretty straightforward construction, poplar wood core, fiberglass, not much else. It is truly a vertical sidewall ski though, and you know, it's kind of cool to see how thick the core profile stays even through like the true extremities of the ski. And you can control a lot just from a good wood core and the correct milling of core thickness. So although there's not crazy additives in this ski, there's still some supportiveness and some strength to it that we'll look at here. 180.4 centimeter, we're at 1,960 grams, 97 underfoot, or 9.7 centimeters. I don't know why Black Crow's needs to make things confusing with their decimals and their different units of measurement than other brands, but that's fine. I like that Black Crow's is unique. It just throws me off. 97 millimeters underfoot, despite what the tail in that 9.7 says. So it's not particularly light. There is some heft here. There is some strength to it, but it's not the heaviest ski in the world either. And then it's got a nice flex pattern. Like, it's not soft, it's just got this really consistent round flex pattern. I don't feel like the tips are softer than underfoot. It's just very, very consistent, which I think is reflected in that core thickness and the fact that, you know, even from there, watching this on camera, I bet you can see how much red sidewall there is way up here in the shovel. So, cool construction, despite it being quite simple. And then shape of the Camox is pretty cool too. I've always thought about the difference between the Camox and the Cactus. Obviously we don't have a Cactus right here with us, but Camox is wider, and with a wider ski, it should be relatively unsurprising that you're also getting a little bit more rocker. So that's kind of how I differentiate those skis in my head. The Camox does have a little bit more tip and tail rocker, but still a good amount of camber underfoot. So really cool ski. I've always thought that it is just very, very well rounded. It does just about anything that you could ask it to do. It is a 20-meter turn radius, and it's fairly straight through the tips and tails. So if I was to point out kind of one thing that it could do better, it doesn't feel particularly responsive in a carving format, but it loves kind of little short turns on the side of the trail. Bob is really good at skiing with that style. Bob is behind me somewhere. And he has always loved the Camox, and it really comes through watching him ski it. He just makes these like very rhythmic short turns. Pretty darn good in the trees too. It's not like, there's not a ton of rocker, so there are skis that are gonna feel looser and a little bit quicker in the trees, but this can absolutely do it. And then you could even ski park on this thing too. It is, to me, much more of an all-mountain twin tip. It's much more of a directional twin tip that's probably better for an all-mountain skier that dabbles in the park rather than a park skier that dabbles in all-mountain skiing, if that makes any sense. So not really the best park ski, but certainly not bad either. You can land backwards on it. You can do park tricks on it. Would be really good for somebody who just wants to kind of get their feet wet in the park, who's also a really accomplished skier around the rest of the mountain as well. So great ski. Kind of one of those, just no frills. There's no surprises here. There's nothing too crazy. It's just a very well designed and well built ski, and sometimes that's all you need. So that's it. That is the Black Crows Camox for 2025. Let us know if you have any questions about it, and we will see you out there on the slopes.